Yeah, all right. The Gargano injury is annoying, but tonight it's all about the AEW World Title. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another AEW video. We are Wednesday in it now, welcome to Wednesday, AEW. Dynamite and Rampage tonight. We've got CM Punk versus MJF for the AEW World Title. We've also got some pretty interesting matches as well. We're doing Matt Hardy versus Andrade. We're going to do Adam Page versus Shane Strickland. As well as over on Rampage, Danielson versus Dante Martin. And Jungle Express versus Red Dragon in what could be an important one. So if you are ready, if you're excited, drop a like down below and we'll get going. Dynamite first. Who will walk out? Your AEW World Champion. Let's find out. AEW Dynamite comes from Daily's Place, the home of All Elite Wrestling in a lot of ways. And we kick off on the pre-show. Darby Allin defeating Matt Lee of 2.0 with a coffin drop for a 67. Darby Allin putting in a 76. Really good performance from Darby Allin. He will be starting a feud very soon, but at the moment he is in between feuds. I do have an idea for him, and it's going to start to become clear over the next few weeks. But yeah, 67. Pretty good on the pre-show. Also on the pre-show, Proud and Powerful teamed up with Top Flight against Red Dragon and Private Party, and Red Dragon and Private Party picked up the victory. Kyle O'Reilly pinning Dante Martin with a brain buster for a 61. 68 from Kyle O'Reilly, the best of the lot. Santana with a 60, pretty good. 52 apiece for Dante Martin and Isaiah Cassidy. Bobby Fish only 47, 59 for Ortiz, 43 for Darius Martin, and yeah, 44 for Mark Quinn. Darius Martin was actually off his game, which is interesting. But yeah, Red Dragon, good stuff. Getting a victory, good stuff. We're going to kick off, though, the main part of the show with Hangman Adam Page versus the new leader of the Acclaimed, Shane Swerve Strickland. It should be an interesting battle to kick us off. Page and Swerve get a 78. Very good match to start, helped by the star power and performance from Adam Page. They had pretty good chemistry as well, which is worth noting. If we want to do a rematch down the line, could be interesting between Page and Swerve. And a win for the Hangman with a buckshot lariat. Pretty clean win as well. Like, he is a level above Shane Strickland right now. But what you can tell the story is of the Acclaimed trying to get themselves involved. Last week, of course, the Acclaimed attacked the Young Bucks. This week, Shane Strickland tries to take out Hangman Page. Doesn't quite get the job done. Post-match, though, the Acclaimed do put the boots to the Hangman. And making the save is the Young Bucks, only for a 50, which is a bit low, I'm not going to lie, but maybe that's because of the Acclaimed. Yeah, the Young Bucks went out, save Hangman Adam Page from an Acclaimed attack. Hangman's a bit freaked out by it, because obviously they didn't leave things in a good way. Hangman's a bit like, well, thanks, but like, I don't really need the help. And Page will walk away and leave the Young Bucks in the ring. The Young Bucks saved him tonight, but there's a lot more that needs to be done if that relationship is going to be repaired. So Adam Page says thanks, but no thanks. 50. Good win for Page, though, to open us up. He is back in world title contention, you would think, and he'll have a close eye on the main event with CM Punk and MJF. Speaking of someone having a close eye on a champion, Thunder Rosa, the former women's champion, tells Britt Baker that her rivalry with the champion is far from over. Thunder Rosa vows to win back her AEW Women's World Championship. One woman who's also wanted a shot at the title, Natty Neidhart defeats the Bunny for a 52. This is pretty good. Really good carry job from Natty for a 53. The Bunny only a 40. And a win with a German suplex with a pinfall. 8 minutes, Natty Neidhart gets the victory. German suplex is interesting, but okay, take it. And yeah, she wins. She's slowly stacking up the wins in AEW, which is what you want to see. Backstage for a 65, Jungle Boy talking to Christian and Luchasaurus, and he reveals to them both that actually he is what's he's doing now? He is thinking about Mox's offer. He says, "Look, I've got to at least consider it for the sake of my own singles career, I've got to at least think about it. He hasn't made his decision yet, but Christian Luchasaurus won't be happy with the fact that, yeah, he is thinking about it. So, yeah, let's see what happens with that going forward. Back to the ring, Matt Hardy and Andrade for a 64. They don't click, which is interesting. But they still put in a 64, which is good. Andrade 67, good performance from him. Matt Hardy 43, a little low. 15 minutes or so and a win by Andrade with the hammerlock DDT. Clean victory for Andrade. Yeah, again, a little bit disappointing in a lot of ways that they didn't have chemistry, but that's okay. It's a win for Andrade over Matt Hardy. More on this storyline later. Just quite simple booking, to be honest. Backstage, Keith Lee is asked about the attack from FTR on Rampage. Cash Wheeler is meant to be off screen. Apologies about that. And Keith Lee warns FTR that vengeance is coming and it will be sweet. It will be limitless. That's right. Keith Lee vows revengeance. Lance Archer will be sitting out for a couple of weeks to sell the injury. Keith Lee is coming for FTR. Okay, backstage, Jamie Hayter has attacked Dr. Britt Baker. She's beaten her up. She has locked her in a submission backstage. It's very similar to what CM Punk did in 2011 against Alberto Del Rio to get himself a title opportunity. Locks in a submission and sort of blackmails, I guess, coerces Britt Baker to give her a title shot next week. Road Rager Rampage. It's going to be Hayter versus Britt. 70 for this. Well done, ladies. Well done. Very, very good. Chris Jericho cuts a promo bragging about injuring Johnny Gargano. He says he's taken one fool out. He wants to try and take his spot. There's only one man beating Sammy Guevara for the TNT title, and it is Chris Jericho. Brags about taking out Gargano. He says, Pac, you've got the same thing coming your way. And Sammy, oh, I look forward to the day it happens to you too. 61, okay, from Jericho. We're going to do a tag match. Jericho and Garcia versus Sammy Guevara and Pac for a 68. Pretty good. Good performance from Pac with a 70. Good performance from Sammy Guevara with a 76. 59 from Chris Jericho. 56 for Daniel Garcia. Pac wins for his team, pinning Daniel Garcia with a black arrow. The finish of this comes that Sammy Guevara's got it won. Pac tags himself in to hit the black arrow and the win. Pac wanted to send a message to champion tonight, and he does just that, getting the victory. This was going to be a six-man tag. Johnny Gargano on the face side with Jake Hager on the heel side, but obviously with Gargano's injury, we've had to change it up a bit. We do a tag match instead. Pac is well and truly in the hunt for that TNT title. Sammy Guevara is well aware of it now, and of course, do not count out the Wizard, Chris Jericho. He's not the Wizard yet in here, but you get my point. Chris Jericho. Backstage, there is an absolute mayhem because Miro's destroying everybody for a 76. We have thrown so many lower mid-card baby faces here because Miro is beating the hell out of everyone in the parking lot. Alan Angels, Evil Uno, Frankie Kazarian, Fuego del Sol, Dustin Rhodes, Matt Sydal, Darius Martin, all getting beaten the hell out of by Miro, who is very, very angry. He lost out against Hangman Adam Page for the world title feud. He's been a bit floundering ever since. He wants violence. Miro wants violence. 76. Good segment. Okay, it's time for the main event. This is the big one for all the marbles. We started this save at Revolution, and on that night, MJF beat CM Punk. We did that to kickstart MJF's road to the title. Tonight, we do the rematch. CM Punk wants the championship and he wants revenge. He won the Owen Hart Cup to get this opportunity. He beat Bryan Danielson to get this opportunity. Can he get the job done? Your winner. And still AEW World Champion Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. It's the right call. You don't take the title off him at this point. It's his first defense of the title. Punk is protected though, as you can see Interference from Bryan Danielson. We teased it last week. You kind of knew it was coming. Danielson costs Punk the world title. 78 from Punk, 76 from MJF. Only down to a 73, which is a little bit low, I assume, because of the interference in a lot of ways, more than anything. But yeah, Punk and MJF, pretty good main event, could have been better. Danielson costs Punk the world title. Punk obviously gets up, looks like he's going to fight Danielson when the music of Jon Moxley hits. Moxley comes down to the ring for a 94-8 segment. Good stuff here. Moxley stops Punk from going after Danielson and hits the Death Rider on CM Punk. Not a heel turn, sticking up for his stablemate. At that point, MJF thinks, wow, Moxley's on our side. Moxley's on our side. Like, Danielson's just helped me. Mox is now helping me. This is brilliant. He looks happy. Mox gets rid of that thought, nailing MJF with the Death Rider as well. There's no Pinnacle out here, by the way, because we want to really put the star power involved here. Yeah, MJF eats the Death Rider. Jon Moxley holds the championship high. Punk may have got his shot and not got the job done one way or another. Danielson seems distracted by CM Punk. We saw Adam Page earlier win a very, very good match against Swerve. But Jon Moxley is in the hunt, and Jon Moxley wants the AEW World Championship. 94, good end, and AEW Dynamite then gets a 77. A similar level to what we've been hitting over the last few weeks. It's a very solid, good level. MJF and Punk, I think, probably could have been better. We didn't have enough of these big segments either. We're getting there with a lot of people. We are getting there with a lot of people. We've got Rampage to come. Danielson's involved in that. We have Jungle Express and Red Dragon in what potentially could be Jungle Express's big goodbye. Who knows? It should be a good Rampage. And then next week, Dynamite Road Rager and Rampage Road Rager, which we'll get to later on. Let's go. It's Friday. You know what that means. AEW Rampage comes to you from Las Vegas, Sam's Town Arena. Thunder Rosa get to win over Anna Jay on the pre-show. This was going to be part of Rampage, but time meant it's not. 62 from Thunder Rosa, really good. 52 altogether, 33 from Anna Jay. So that's, yeah, about right. La Rosa wins. Perfect. Six-man tag, trios action, they would say in AEW for 62. Also on the pre-show, Best Friends, Trent, Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy got a win over Jay Lethal and the Men of the Year. Orange Cassidy pinned Scorpio Sky with a super kick. Cassidy with the best of the lot, no surprise there, putting in a 68, really carrying it. 58 from Chuck, 56 from Trent, 58 from Jay Lethal, 47 and 46 for the Men of the Year. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's kick off the main show though with, well, Lethal's mentor, I suppose, in a lot of ways. Bryan Danielson taking on Dante Martin for a 77. Great chemistry between the two. Poor announcing by Mark Henry and the Big Show, but hey ho, though, we'll get there, I'm sure. We could always look at changing the announce teams up, to be fair. Probably should. Bryan Danielson defeats Dante Martin with the label lock inside 16 minutes. Good stuff from Danielson and a win. Really good match, hopefully. I'd like 77 to get a 77 out of Dante. I mean, I've just noticed that Danielson putting a 90 bloody 8. Jesus Christ, Brian. Jesus Christ. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Backstage, Adam Cole and Kenny Omega are both cutting promos, separate promos. They're not together in the same place. Cole and Omega agree to a match next week on Road Rager Rampage. Cole puts the challenge out. Omega agrees. It's Cole and Omega 1-on-1 on next week's episode. Should be good. Should be good. Right, back to in-ring action here. Brody King and Penta El Zero Miedo. Penta, yeah, wins, but by disqualification. Brody King can't be controlled in the means of a match, and absolutely, well, can't be stopped. I think we're going to go with the idea that he chokes him too much, and the referee eventually stops it. 56. I was trying to figure out a good way to sort of get out of this after that, and I think what I'm going to go with is the lights go out, the lights come back on, and Malachi Black is there, hands on Brody King's shoulders as if to say, that's enough now, come on, we should have won this, what's going on? Lights go out again, they come back on, and they're not there anymore, so it's like Malachi Black has taken the beast away. 56 is fine for these two, absolutely fine. I mean, it's better than it should be, so I'm pretty happy. 80 rated segment here. I've said about Darby Allin having a storyline. Darby Allin says, I saw what happened on Dynamite. I saw how a certain monster, a god's favourite demon, you could say, well, he had a bit of fun backstage and he had a bit of rage to him. Well, here's the thing, Darby Allin lives on rage and he wants some of the Miro rage. Darby Allin making it clear that if Miro wants a fight, look no further than the man with half face painted, something like that. 80, good stuff. Really good promo here from CM Punk for a 97. Punk will tell Danielson he's made a huge mistake. He saw him earlier against Dante Martin, and that's impressive, but CM Punk is not Dante Martin. CM Punk is the best in the world. He's beaten Danielson once, and that ain't enough now. It isn't about winning matches. Danielson has cost CM Punk the world title. Danielson has cost CM Punk his dream, his 11-year dream, or 7-year, whatever it is, however long he was out. His dream every day. He wondered if he'd ever get back into professional wrestling. AEW gave him that. He wondered if he'd ever get a shot at the World Championship again, and he earned it. He earned it through the Owen Hart Cup. He wondered if he could be champion now. Well, he doesn't know right now because Bryan Danielson has taken that away from him. Punk says, now Danielson, you will become my obsession. 97, really good stuff. I am looking forward to when we do a rematch between these two. It should be very, very interesting. Right, we're going to end with tag team action. Jungle Express and Red Dragon for a 67. Pretty good. Could have been better. Pretty good though. Jungle Boy 68. Kyle O'Reilly 69. 49 for Luchasaurus. Bobby Fish 51. Kyle O'Reilly pins Luchasaurus. This is a handful of tights. What I did actually have written down here is, and I did put in, Christian Cage tried to get himself involved, but Kyle O'Reilly ducked, and Cage nailed Jungle Boy, distracted Luchasaurus, and Kyle O'Reilly can then pin with a handful of tights. That's absolutely fine. Jungle Express lose. Very frustrating for Jungle Boy Jack Perry. The music of John Moxley hit both post-match, and John Moxley stands on the stage to just say, what's your answer? And Jungle Boy leaves the ring. Jungle Boy walks up the stage, leaving Luchasaurus, leaving Christian Cage. Jungle Boy accepts Moxley's offer, and it is a split of Jungle Express. Christian Cage and Luchasaurus left on their own in a way, left away from Jungle Boy Jack Perry, who's on to potentially bigger things with John Moxley. 71, that gives a really good Rampage. Really good Rampage. 76, similar level to a Dynamite, so that's really good. Helped by really good segments from Punk. Cole and Omega did well. Darby Allin, really good promo. Good match from Danielson, and a good ending promo as well. I mean, the lowest thing on the show is a 56 for Rampage. That's very, very good. So next week, it is Road Rager week. So on Dynamite, we have got title matches, and on Rampage, we have got a title match as well. So on Dynamite, we're going to see Sammy Guevara take on Chris Jericho and Pac for the TNT title. Jade Cargill puts a TBS title on the line against Nixon Newell. We're going to see the tag titles on the line. House of Black against the Lucha Brothers. We're going to see mixed tag. Griff Garrison, Sky Blue against Julia Hart and Brian Pillman. We're also going to see... there was a match. We're also going to see Moxley and Danielson team together against Punk and Hangman Adam Page. That's all happening on Dynamite. Over on Rampage, Road Rager, Rampage, whatever you want to call it. We are going to see Keith Lee versus Shawn Spears. We're going to see Jamie Hayter's Women's World title opportunity against Britt Baker. And in the main event, it's Adam Cole, Kenny Omega. Should be a big one if you're excited. Oh, well, let's get to the outro before we get Clearly, I got too excited there. Let's get to this bitch first, shall we? If you are excited, drop a link down below. Drop a like down below. No links. Why links? Why links? That'd be weird. It's going to be a good show next week. We've had two pretty good shows this week. Next week could raise the bar once again. Road Rager. We're not doing Forbidden Door, by the way. Anyone worrying about Forbidden Door, it's harder to do in game because you don't have the links with New Japan. We're not going to do Forbidden Door. We're going to move on to here and then sort of build towards Blood and Guts. So we are going to do a Blood and Guts match at a similar time frame to where they did it. Yeah, that's the idea. And then we go on to further on in the TV specials they do there. We're going to try and keep them, which is why we did Road Rager here. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. If you are agreeing, drop the like down below. And yeah, see you next week, Wednesday. Should be a good one. AEW again. Come on, peace.